Hello, hello, and welcome to When Movies Met Movies, the podcast where we look at a past year in film to further understand our present. We have a very special episode for you with a lot of treats and a lot of ground to cover as we are doing our first film festival special episode of the year covering Sundance in its final year in Park City, Utah. I'm Dean.
I'm Matthew.
And I'm Jack.
And before we go into all of the hullabaloo of the new movies and everything, and the old movies, we'd just like to take a moment to recognize the towering, the amazing Catherine O'Hara, who passed this past week at the untimely age of 71 after a brief illness. And, for me, she was just one of those actresses who would enliven anything she appeared in. You saw her face, you were in Trustful Hands. I best know her from the Apple TV series The Studio, which she is really great in. And she plays the former executive of a film company who's fired by Bryan Cranston's ridiculous tycoon character. She has this perfect mixture of very funny, but also pretty sad and pretty. She's like longing for what she once had. So it just showed her range so well. And she's great at yelling.
She was an amazing actress. The Studio, Home Alone as the mom, she was
Yeah.
iconic.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice, I haven't watched all of it, but people keep talking about Schitt's Creek. She was just such a personality every time. She was in anything. The terrible Last of Us season 2, when she was there, she was great.
Wow.
Yeah, she's just really we're gonna miss her. It's a sad day.
Yeah. She also is a pretty good voice actress as well, where she was.
Mm.
Obviously, she was Sally in Nightmare Before Christmas. She's also in The Wild Robot recently, and she's also in 2012's Frankenweenie, so this might not be the last time we talk about her. But one
Wow.
performance I want to acknowledge is her in After Hours as the ice cream truck driver, Gail. Very funny part, small part, but very funny. She's also in the movie with the dad from Home Alone. I forgot his name.
Oh, wow. I completely forgot about that, I gotta say.
She doesn't interact with John Hurd, yeah,
Oh, I see.
but they are both in After Hours as well, and
Yeah.
it's a very very sad loss.
And of course, we have to mention all of the Christopher Guest mockumentaries, which she has been in over the years. Only one of which I've seen, sadly, Best in Show. But she's great in that. And it was nice to see the Westminster Dog Show. Like, I think they did like a little video tribute to her because she
Mm.
plays like a dog trainer in that movie. Married to Eugene Levy, who's very funny as well. Great duo. Moving on. How have y'all's weeks been?
It's been a while, right?
Yeah,
That's true.
um,
Yeah.
it's been a
We
while.
took a little
A week
break.
off.
We're back.
I have a
Yes.
few mini reviews to go over. The first I want to say is, luckily somehow my family has not gotten rid of Disney Plus Hulu yet. So I was able to watch Marvel's new show, Wonder Man, and I gotta say I was thoroughly impressed. 2 episodes were kind of weak. Episodes 2 and I think 5 could have been a little better, but the rest of the episodes were hilarious, heartwarming, surprisingly emotional and human, which I'm glad Marvel's getting back to those roots. And seriously, Yahya Abdul-Mateen and Ben Kingsley deliver what have to be the 2 best performances in the MCU from when it started, even including Robert Downey Jr. There's been so many great actors in it. Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh, Scarlett Johansson, Chris Evans. All these people are great, but these performances really were stunning. So if you have a chance to check it out, I highly recommend it. Wonder Man on HBO.
Disney Plus.
I did not mean HBO, but that's a good thing that I'm subliminally thinking HBO.
Yeah, it was HBO quality.
Well, okay, it wasn't as necessarily appointment television as HBO because again, some episodes dragged, but it really was just a great season and the ending,
Mm,
I want to see them back immediately. And
mm.
Ben Kingsley was great in Iron Man 3, that terrible movie. He was great in Shang-Chi, but this takes him to a new level where they dial back a lot of his silliness and they really make him feel like a real, fully fleshed out character. And it's amazing. I loved it. So
Nice,
good.
nice.
I cried watching Wonder Man. I did.
Unfortunately, you did not cry in the movie you saw recently.
Yes,
So I've
I did
heard.
not. I did not. No. No,
Boo.
I had no other choice but to not cry. No, okay, listen, I was texting y'all earlier about this movie. I probably sounded really negative. I'm not, okay? I thoroughly enjoyed No Other Choice. It's a recommend from me, especially when it comes to streaming. You know, if you have nothing to watch, check it out, okay? The directing's great. The performances are fantastic. There's some ideas at the end that I thought were great, but I just thought it was a little bit underwhelming for Park Chan-wook, you know, the creator of Oldboy, the creator of Decision to Leave, and much more. I just thought he had more in him. I thought the plot at times kinda dragged. Without much spoilers, there are 3 if you've seen any of the trailers or even the plot synopsis, there's, like, 3 victims in the movie, and the first one has a whole backstory, and it really feels fleshed out and great, and that's in the first third. But then the other 2 felt weirdly, I don't know, they had nothing going on, and it kinda took me out of the
What?
movie. It was a little weird, especially with the second guy.
Hmm.
I know who he was because it was another target, but I don't know who he was as a person. I know nothing about him.
Really?
Yeah. They didn't really delve into it. It felt like there was 2 scenes, but it wasn't even fast. It was just it was a little weird. And then I don't get how he suddenly turned into this mastermind killer. He literally fumbled. I It didn't make sense to me.
We shouldn't get into it too much, it's not one of our
Yeah.
movies, but
Yeah.
I honestly really, sympathized for the second guy and even the third guy to some extent. Like,
Well,
they're
I
just kinda
sympathized for them because they were innocent.
I thought they were pretty fully fleshed out, though. Maybe they're just kind of types of characters rather than characters themselves, but
Yeah, it's just the first part had so much stuff going on with it that it felt weird that the last 2 thirds didn't. It's like they ran out of time to really develop the script. I don't know.
it's a great ending, though.
Yeah, there's a
Great
great
ending.
anti-AM message at the end, which I really liked, and it fits the story. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't come out of nowhere per se, but I did have a problem with how they did it in the sense that it felt a little bit more like a pivot. Like, it felt natural, but I they should have explored it way more throughout the movie, and instead it kinda feels tacked on at the end, and it felt a little cheap to me because it almost was like making up for a lack of for me, a lack of impact with
Mm,
some of the things we were following for almost 2.5 hours. So, the ending
hmm.
was fine, it didn't, like, piss me off, it was a good scene, but when it ended, I wasn't outraged, like, there weren't plot holes, but I was like, "Oh, that's it? That was good." I wanted to be wowed, you know? This is Park Chan-wook, and
Mhm.
I just have high expectations for him. If it was someone like last episode, Timur Bekmambetov, okay, I would think the exact same thing. Don't get me wrong, I'd have
Yeah?
the same thoughts of the movie, but I would be more like, "Wow, he made a good movie." You know, I'd be more impressed, but I'm just a little underwhelmed considering who he is and all the praise this movie has gotten, you know, and people have overlooked Decision to Leave, which was a little slow,
Hmm.
but so much more unique,
Yeah,
and
I still gotta check it out.
it wasn't a bad movie, I liked it. 7 or
Nice.
7.5 for me. I will say, way better than Sentimental Value.
Yeah, agreed. And Mercy.
Wow. Well, we'll see when I see it, but
Yeah,
I'm doubtful.
that's fair. In terms of my past week, I actually had a pretty busy week
Oh.
movie-wise. I watched 2 movies
Oh.
for my class on interracial intimacies in contemporary American literature, which is very exciting. I watched Guess Who's Coming to Dinner,
Oh.
legendary Sidney Poitier, and Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn in Spencer Tracy's final on-screen performance, which is very well done. It just kind of feels like a play, but in a good way. I would recommend. And we also watched this very silly romantic comedy called Something New, starring Sanaa Lathan. It's the type of movie that doesn't get made anymore, so it was fun to watch it. Maybe have a glass of wine, etc. And then I also saw at the River Oaks Theater the re-release of Full Metal Jacket, which was very exciting. First time I had ever seen
Oh.
it. Yes. We did get there late though, so
Bruh.
it was unfortunate. We got there in the middle of the sequence when all of their heads are shaved. But hey, no regrets.
What are your thoughts on the two different halves of the movie?
Yeah, it's certainly something. I kind of wish I had walked out after the first half because the second half is so much less Kubrickian. It's just like
Mm.
a standard issue Vietnam movie, even though I guess there's some like interesting parallels between the two, with the acts of violence at the end, which strip certain characters of their humanity. But Vincent D'Onofrio is the fact that he is not in the second half of the movie is unfortunate. Spoilers for anyone who has not seen it.
I
30
feel
year
like you
old
saying
spoilers.
spoilers is more of a spoiler than you just saying what you said.
Hey, you kind of spoiled No Other Choice with
I'm pretty sure more people know about Full Metal Jackets.
Yeah, I guess.
yeah,
I don't,
yeah.
but yeah.
It's a 30-plus-year-old movie. Or
Yeah.
You gotta see
more than
it.
30. Yeah.
You haven't seen it, Jack?
Well, I'm just saying because 'cause you're recommending the first half to people, and then you're, like, saying
Oh,
but I
okay.
guess you're spoiling
Yeah.
the second half, which you said not to watch, so it works out.
Well, the second half's still good. It's just not the 10 out of 10 that the first half is.
Yeah, the first half it's incredible.
Later, you need to tell me the exact timestamp so I can just watch the good part of Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, you'll know.
Save
It's
my time. Yeah,
obvious.
no. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Matthew, what have you been up to? I know you went on a
Yeah, I mean, first off, 2 weeks ago, just a bit of F1 catch up, as is tradition at this point. There's a private test going on for 10 out of the 11 teams, unfortunately not Williams. But oh, it was very spicy because this was a private test, but a lot of journalists went up to the hills and tried to spy on this private test. But the thing
Oh,
is,
wow.
this place in Barcelona was on tight lockdown. So it was literally 1984 with the way they were treating these journalists. So these journalists got very creative and hit all over the place. Anyway, it's it's just testing, so it's basically what you'd expect. Mercedes on top, Ferrari maybe doing well, but yeah,
Oh, wow. That's
yeah.
unexpected.
I don't know. It's just testing, so who knows? Who knows?
Nice.
Yeah, Williams
Nice.
had a cool reveal. It's an improvement, but it's not that great. On to more relevant things. I watched this movie that you may not have heard of called Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway, The Sorcery of Nymph Circe, which is weird translation from the Japanese title, which is Circe's Witch.
if you feel bad that you don't know about this movie, don't because Dean and I didn't either.
Mhm.
Yeah, but this is a sequel to a 2021 movie, Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway, which is an adaptation of a 1989 novel by the creator of Gundam, Yoshiyuki Tomino, and this is the second part of 3 movies or the final part's planned. This is supposed to come out in like 2022 or maybe even 2021 before, COVID
Oh
happened.
God.
But yeah, this movie is very delayed. And I don't know if the delay was worth it, but it's a pretty good movie, I must say. Like, it deals with the trauma that Hathaway goes through in Char's Counterattack, which is a movie that you might not know of, but yeah, it is the final movie featuring Char Aznavour and Amuro Ray, if you know who those two are. But basically, this kid had to see his girlfriend die during that movie, or not girlfriend exactly, but love interest in Char's Counterattack, and he's going through this trauma while dealing with the oppression from the Earth Federation. So he forms this terrorist cell. Obviously, you see that in the first movie, mostly that's set up there, but in this movie, it deals with his trauma that he's been lingering throughout his tenure while being the leader of this terrorist organization, and it culminates in a pretty amazing final act and amazing mecha battle. I wouldn't say it's worth the 4-year wait for this movie, or 5-year wait for this movie, but if you've seen the first one, I definitely recommend seeing this.
Wouldn't it have been better if it starred Sydney Sweeney?
Oh
Oh
God.
yes, that is first bit of news, which is Netflix is eyeing Legendary's live action Gundam film starring Noah,
Centennial.
yeah, Chitano and Sydney Sweeney.
What a headline, I gotta say.
Every word of that headline, besides the legendary part, killed me.
Terrible. This kept getting worse.
Yeah, I'm guessing Noah Chicento is playing Amuro Ray, and Sydney
Mm.
Sweeney is probably playing Sailor Mass. So, ooh, that's already a lot of stuff being cut out. Oh my, yeah, this thing sounds terrible, guys. As a fan
Is she
of
well
the
cast?
no, not at all.
Well, okay, who is the character? What is the character like?
Okay,
Yeah.
she was raised in royalty, but she had to run away because of the coup when she was, I don't know, 3 years old. A lot of complicated backstory, but the important part is that she has a mysterious relationship with the main villain of the first Gundam show. And yeah, she's very secretive character, but she's
Huh.
very mature for her age, not in the way that Sydney Sweeney is mature. Like, she's been through a lot. She has a lot of trauma, and I don't know if
Mm.
Sydney Sweeney is the right pick for this kind of role.
It depends on what they're going for. She can handle trauma, but I agree in terms of listen, as a Euphoria fan, as someone who has seen Sydney Sweeney's potential, I don't know why she keeps choosing what seems to be these passive projects, right? Like the housemaid, I think was a good role for her eventually, but for most of the movie, she's like this passive, character, and it's just not what she's strong in. She is good at intense and wild, and I feel like she just keeps choosing the wrong projects, and this is just the next bound to be failure.
Who is even directing this movie? Jim Mickle. I've never heard of this person.
He directed Sweet Tooth. Isn't that the Robert Downey Jr. produced show? I heard it's like pretty decent.
Well, good luck to him.
I
Yeah,
don't know
but
if I'm gonna see it. Even as a fan of Sydney Sweeney, I'm not. I might have to pass this one out.
Yep, yep.
Or maybe we'll review it on the podcast just because Matthew loves Gundam.
I mean, this is not going to be made for another 3 years. So probably 3 years, maybe even longer. But Centeneo, that's how it's pronounced. Sorry
Mm.
if I mispronounce his name, but that is not good. Oh, he's in like so much this year too.
Mm.
He's in the Street Fighter movie. He's in the
The Rocky remake, you mean or not Rocky. First Blood, Rambo. It's just a prequel movie. It's like a reboot prequel.
really.
Yeah. But directed by the guy who did Sisu, so it could be good.
Okay. John Rambo.
Yeah, I trust this guy playing Aurore, who's this like crybaby who's forced into this role as the ace pilot of the Earth Federation. Yeah, I don't think he can play this role, man. He's wait, he's the star of Kissing Booth. That is
But that's not fair because you have Jacob Elordi. Wasn't he also in the Kissing Booth?
well, yeah, but he's proven himself. I don't think
Yeah, so this guy can prove
Centineo
himself. I'm
has.
just saying that doesn't mean it's bad. He's gonna prove himself, hopefully. We'll see.
Oh, I hope it's good, but I have low expectations. Anyways,
Jack, there's a piece of news you really wanted to discuss.
My
Yes.
favorite format. I'm just kidding. Not necessarily, but I appreciate it when it's good. 40X, baby. Okay, speaking of
Mm.
tomorrow, I'm going to be seeing a Titanic re-release in 40X Real D
oh
3D.
god.
I am pumped. Okay, hopefully it's good. It could be bad. I'll let y'all know next podcast episode, but James Cameron likes to be involved in it. It's exciting, but AMC, a year ago announced they're finally doing 40X, but since then there's been a lot of silence. So it's like, oh, is this actually really going to happen? But it is happening, including Dean's local theater is getting 40X.
Yes.
Oh god.
Yep.
The reason I'm excited about the potential of this is not just more 40X locations, but because I'm so curious to see if they include it with AMC A-List. Man, if AMC in Austin ever gets 40X, or I move somewhere where there's AMC 40X and it's included on A-List, I'm getting rid of Alamo Drafthouse permanently.
There you go. There you go.
Something
Yeah.
you can feel coming soon.
Mhm.
That's the tagline. I'm like, it sounds a little, over 21 environmental effects.
There was like a vague echo of Nicole Kidman's.
Dude, Nicole Kidman's promo in 40X.
Oh my god. That would be glorious.
Woo! AMC.
Oh,
You need
I'm so
you need
excited.
these ideas. I'm just waiting for the eventual. It'll never happen, but the eventual IMAX with 40X seats in the back. I'm waiting for it. Okay, that's gonna be the ultimate. This is just one tiny step closer to it someday.
So one day.
Dean,
One
will
day.
you eventually, if it's included in A-List, will you finally check out? Hopefully, you get a good one because some are
Yeah.
mediocre. But will you finally check out 40X? Maybe for Avengers Doomsday.
Oh god. If it's the right movie, a
Or Spider-Man.
blockbuster, I think I would go for Doomsday just because that movie is probably going to be shit anyway. So at least I'll have the bells and whistles.
You also got to see it where it has a good 40X and it's a good movie for the maximum experience. It has to have both.
Yeah. You never know. Maybe I'll see John Patton Ford's How to Make a Killing in 40X.
I don't think that would be in 40X, but you never know.
That'd be kind of funny.
It would. It would. Okay, we're moving on. We have our first look at the upcoming Beatles biopic directed by Sam Mendes with the 4 leads.
Oh god.
I found this hilarious because, look, okay, for me, Paul Mescal looks crazy as Paul McCartney.
Mm-hmm. He looks exactly like him.
Yeah.
I mean, you claim it's from the glasses, which fair, but I am at least buying Harris Dickinson as John Lennon. But then you have Barry Keoghan and, worst of all, Joseph Quinn as George Harrison. Why does he look angry?
He was an angry man.
He looks more like David Grohl.
Yeah.
And I forgot to link it, but did y'all
Grohl.
see online there were more pictures of them as the Beatles, but in a different time period, because it was on set,
Yeah.
and it looked really bad.
Oh god.
Okay, anyways, any final thoughts on the Beatles?
No, 2028. 4 movie
So long
events.
from now. It should be one movie. This is dumb. I want one great movie. I don't want 4 movies spread out.
It's so audacious though. Like you gotta appreciate the audacity.
I mean, it's three important artists, and then Ringo Starr, who's
Ringo Starr.
always hanging around.
Hey, his
Uh,
could be the best movie.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be the most fun. He's just
yeah,
kinda hanging out, faffing around.
just hanging around.
Oh, man.
And now finally, we are going to be talking about the trailer for one of Dean's most anticipated movies of the year.
Yes.
Even though I'm
Yes,
finding
yes,
out
yes.
now he apparently never saw any footage for this movie
Exactly.
previously, but he
Mhm,
has now. The
mhm.
drama official
Yeah.
trailer. Dean, let's start with you because it was on your list.
So, I actually, I hit my head on the desk, and I actually don't remember anything from the trailer. So,
uh,
I'm
Did you
afraid
not
I
watch it after all?
No, I'm just kidding. I did in fact
Oh,
watch
okay.
this amazing trailer that has only increased my anticipation, which, as Jack pointed out, is kinda weird because I was meh on Dream
Ooh.
Scenario, and I saw that this movie is also produced by Ari Aster, which is a red flag.
it's just produced. It's not directed. I mean, it's not a red
Yeah.
flag regardless.
Yeah, but it is Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, and those still images of them with the crazy eyes are really interesting to me, so I like a good
Also,
premise.
Ari Aster, Oscar-nominated producer of Bulgonia. That Ari Aster's a red
Okay,
flag.
okay, there we go. You got me there. When he takes the director's chair, that's when uh,
No,
he
no, no,
turns to the
no.
dark
I would
side.
have thought so with Beau is Afraid, to be fair, but I'm not saying give him whatever he wants, but he somewhat redeemed himself from
Eh,
Eddington. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
this
I'm
isn't a
sorry.
Eddington
It
Eddington
is
discussion.
now. I'm just kidding.
No.
But yeah, what did y'all think of this great trailer?
Yeah, I gotta say, the first trailer I was underwhelmed just because I didn't like Dream Scenario, and it was so vague. Like it was such a boring teaser, in my opinion. It
Yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't terrible. This trailer, I want. I can't officially. I don't know how this thing works, but I want to swap out Project Hail Mary with the drama for my. If that's okay with my for my number 5 most anticipated film.
Well, it's Dean's number 5.
Dean's number 5, even though he didn't even see anything for it.
Wasn't it number 3?
But whatever.
I think it was 3 or
Yeah.
maybe 4, I forget.
One
I don't know.
one
Anyways, I'm
person per
really
film,
excited for
so
it now.
Yeah.
Not that it felt like directly, but it gave me some euphoria vibes, some craziness. I did not know Alana Haim was in this movie.
time.
Alana Haim was in this movie. You know, she was in Licorice Pizza and One Battle After Another. She's great. But I don't know, it looks dramatic and it looks funny, and I'm really excited to see it now.
Yeah, I thought the drama trailer looked pretty great. Like Jack said, the first teaser didn't really do anything for me, but this one got me pumped up, and with Robert Pattinson especially as the co-lead in this movie, it's probably gonna
Mhm.
be a great movie, great time.
Yeah, Zendaya's an amazing actress, and she has had a lot of great roles, but this, it's not a one-to-one, it's different, but it gives me a little bit of her euphoria side, finally, in a film. I'm excited for that.
All right, well, let's get to the first part of our three-part epic for Sundance, both 2026 and 2012. So a lot of exciting stuff coming out of Sundance. I think the first bit is something that was out of competition. I think this was one of the midnight screenings that they do at Sundance. But Neon buys a conversion therapy horror film, Leviticus. This
Interesting.
is the directorial debut of Adrian Shirella.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, stars Joe Bird, Stacey Carson, Jeremy Witz, and Ewan Leslie. And lots of critics are raving about this movie. it's a gay horror. I think Dean especially might be
Yeah,
excited about
yeah.
that, but
I love the premise, I gotta say, and
IndieWire compared it to
yeah, I I was literally just looking at that
yeah.
quote, which is, it's a very silly quote, like, what's the biggest piece of gay media we can think of?
Uh,
Heated Rivalry, which I still haven't seen, I gotta see it.
Mhm.
But I love It Follows, which is the other movie they compared it to. So, looking forward to this.
Probably won't be an awards contender, but will probably be one of the bigger horror movies of the year.
I'm
Mhm.
excited to hear more about it.
Next up, Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass. What an interesting title, that one.
Oh my.
Starring John Hamm and John Slattery. Very excited for that.
Yeah, yeah. Also, shout out to Ben Wang. He's in The Long Walk as part of the ensemble of walking boys. He's really good in that. Name to look out for.
Also in the Hunger Games movie.
Oh yeah.
And in that Karate Kid thing I never saw, Karate Kid Legends.
But yeah,
Well,
this looks good.
and reunion of Mad Men stars. So, anyways, I think the next one might be one that I'm most looking forward to. It's The Wait, starring Ethan Hawke and Russell Crowe.
Oh
In a
wow.
Depression era crime drama that undersells its high stakes, according to the Hollywood Reporter.
Oh my. I am a lot more excited now.
It says well acted but murky and underpowered. I don't think that's a good thing. At least from this review.
William Friedkin's Sorcerer is one of the director's
Mm,
most creditable influences.
okay.
Enough
Well,
said.
I do like
Enough said.
the second half of Sorcerer, so
Yeah,
There we
we shall
go.
see about this. I mean, Ethan Hawke alone sells me on this, and Russell Crowe. Sign me up. I don't know if Russell Crowe is gonna be good or not. I mean, he's like 50-50. Especially with a movie that we might be talking about very soon. But
A much different film is one we're about to talk about next.
I Want Your Sex. David Ehrlich on IndieWire has some positive things to say about this movie, but it seems that like most other people have been like more tepid on this. It stars Cooper Hoffman, amazing in films like The Long Walk or so I've heard, and Licorice Pizza.
Mhm.
Obviously, son of the late and great Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I think it's an interesting premise.
Yeah,
It could be genius or terrible. Cooper Hoffman becomes Olivia Wilde's sex slave.
yeah.
Have any of y'all seen any of his stuff?
Araki, Greg Araki. No.
No.
This kind of ties into the next movie that's a big surprise hit, also starring and directed by Olivia Wilde.
Wow.
The Invite was bought by Annapurna, a studio that we've been talking about a lot, bought
Mhm.
for $10 million in Sundance bidding war. Also stars Seth Rogen,
Oh my.
as well as Edward Norton and Penelope Cruz. So I don't know. Olivia Wilde, she kind of made a quite bad film last time, but I
Well,
mean, if this movie is getting a lot of buzz, I mean, could be a redemption arc for her,
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, her directing was great. It was just really the script.
yeah, yeah. And Harry
Yeah,
Styles.
yeah, yeah. That too.
It's
Her,
unfortunate.
what's the opposite of a mistress?
Oh
I don't know.
god.
Anything with Seth Rogen, I'll check out.
Her boy toy.
There you go. There you go. All right. Ooh, a new Jia Zhangke
Well,
movie.
it's a protege of his, actually,
Oh,
called Filipina. Seems to be making quite a splash there. Could be a contender for a best international film this upcoming year,
ooh,
but
I love the image.
yeah,
yeah, that's good.
it seems to take influence from Jacques Tati, which sounds very exciting,
Nice.
as well as Haneke. So we shall
Nice.
see where this movie goes, but yeah,
Yeah.
Filipino movie to look out for. Oh yeah, History of Concretes. Jack, I think
Oh,
you have
Oh,
some stuff to say about this, right?
it's directed by John Wilson. And if you haven't seen his show on HBO, How To, with John Wilson, it's hilarious. It's great. The episode about the couch, let's just say it turns into something else, but you don't wanna know, okay? Just check it out. It's not just about couches. But I don't know, I need to watch more episodes, I've only seen a few, but he's just a really funny guy, so I'm
Yeah.
optimistic to see. It sounds like a boring, like, title on purpose, The History of Concrete, but he's gonna make it something great.
Yeah. I love John Wilson. He kinda has, like, a Nathan Fielder sensibility. So,
And an entire
yeah.
documentary on concrete. Seems like a lot of people like this movie, so I think we have a couple more here before we get to the big prize. Some other prizes that were won included the baddest speechwriter of all, co-directed by Steph Curry, out of all people. Only one other Olympic athlete has gotten a nomination for, or no, an Oscar win for best short film, and that was Kobe.
Nice.
So Steph Curry might be following that path in the upcoming Oscars, but
Yeah. RIP Kobe Bryant.
yeah.
RIP.
I actually have something to say about My Undesirable Friends, which I believe it showed at Sundance and has
Yep.
been acquired by Mubi. My dad has been really wanting to see this film, which I think is like 4 hours, an absurdly long documentary about Russian dissident journalists. Yeah, and my dad won't shut up about it.
Okay.
I'm glad to get a Mubi free trial and watch this with him so that he will
Lots of good
finally.
stuff on movie, including a
Yeah,
Decision to Leave.
still gotta see it. Still gotta see Fallen Leaves.
Well, I think I watched Decision to Leave on Hulu, actually, so it is
Oh.
there too. You don't have Mubi, unless they removed it.
Well,
Moving on.
I think we need to talk about this big prize because, yeah,
And
the
I have
best
something interesting to say about it.
the U.S. Grand Jury Prize for Dramatic Film, as well as the Audience Award for U.S. Dramatic Film, was won by a small movie starring a small actor called Channing Tatum, called Josephine.
Get ready. I'm excited. I'm excited to see this.
Yeah.
Starring Channing Tatum and Gemma Chan as parents of an 8-year-old girl who is experiencing trauma and behavioral distress after witnessing a sexual assault in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park. Yeah, it is her next project after a film I've actually seen called Soft
Mm.
and Quiet, which is the exact opposite, probably intentionally so, of what the title suggests. It's anything but soft and it's anything but quiet. It is a very divisive movie. You'll either love it or hate it because it is a film. It's a fucked up slice of life movie about woman Nazis. It is a fascinating watch. It doesn't have that much to say. It's more about showing. It's anti-racist, of course.
Nice.
It's a really good movie. It has a
Yeah.
message about the experience. It's a very hard to watch movie.
Hmm.
I'll never watch it again because it was so intense. I don't know, amazing performances because you absolutely hate all of these people. And that's a
Wow.
testament to a good actor. So it
Yeah.
lines up with what they're saying about Josephine. So I imagine the Josephine movie is going to be a very hard watch, but one that hopefully, like Soft and Quiet, will draw my attention. So y'all should watch Soft and
Yeah.
Quiet before seeing Josephine.
Yeah. You've convinced me, I gotta say.
I mean, it's not perfect. I give it like a 7.5, and you might hate it because it is very miserable, but I thought it was so well directed.
Exciting. The last time film that won both the audience award as well as the jury was Coda, and that won Best Picture somehow. So,
Oh.
this could be a
Oh.
big threat. Well, ending on a bit of a sour note is a film that I was excited about at one point, but now maybe not so. In the blink of an eye, premiered at Sundance to less than kind reviews, to say the least. And this trailer is not doing it any favors at all. What are you guys' thoughts on this?
I'm not surprised. I mean, I was hoping it would be good because you were so excited about it. But this is what usually happens, not always, but when you film a film and it takes 3 years for anything of it to come out. So, I don't know. It kinda looked like a TV show. It looked like a rip-off, straight to cable version of Cloud Atlas. They have all these actors, but they look like they deserve Razzies. I mean, I I don't know. I do think Kate McKinnon, at least, like, I think she's miscast, but there is a side of her where I feel like she is likable. I don't know. Some people dislike her. I think she's entertaining. I think she's relatable. Everyone else is even worse.
Yeah,
You can argue she's bad, but it's bad across the board.
Rashida Jones and David
Ooh.
Diggs,
Yeah, Daddy Diggs.
Oh,
in
they're such
old
great
people makeup.
actors. What happened?
What happened here?
Yeah, and there's a TED Talk somewhere in the movie, or at least a snippet of one. A
Yeah.
TED Talk, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I'll round it up with my thoughts. I thought this looked like the new Star Trek show, which is not good. So,
Oof.
I Andrew Stanton has been directing some Disney Plus shows, and I think it kind of shows here. And he's done great things for Hulu, like Legion, and he's done like some episodes of Better Call Saul. So, yeah, but it seems that he's stuck in that TV mindset. So
Oof.
maybe Toy Story 5 will be a hit for him, but he might
Yeah, he has
his
one more
career might be
chance, you
over,
know?
you know?
You
Yeah.
know, I would say that, but to be fair, he made John Carter, and then he took all these years off pretty much, and we're still getting this movie. So, never say never, you know? I guess his
Ugh,
career quality might be over in
mm,
terms of
What a shame.
the films he's been releasing. I don't know. I am excited to check this out just if it's so bad it's good. Because it does look like it could be so bad it's good.
yeah,
It did win a
Hopefully.
special award. It won,
yeah,
the Alfred P. Sloan Feature Film Prize.
yeah,
Uh
well,
That's all it's ever gonna win.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it comes out later this month, but we have other things to review also, so we shall probably release a podcast episode of us talking about it early next month in
yeah,
March.
in March, and all I had to say on Stanton is maybe he should go back to animation because Wally was great, and well, we'll talk about his live action efforts next month. Yeah, Sundance 2026. Are you guys excited about these films coming
Yeah,
up?
yeah,
I'm excited-ish about the invite when we see a trailer. I'm
Yeah.
curious about the conversion,
yeah,
and
Leviticus.
History of Concrete, and
Hmm.
Josephine. I guess that's half of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Wait.
None of them I'm, like, super excited about.
With all the rave reviews that Josephine's getting, I gotta see this movie. But History Concrete, same as you. I think I'm excited about Filipina. The way that it's described seems
Oh,
exciting,
true.
and yeah, also that John Hamm movie.
The working title was "I Want, Your Ham" or something like that, which I thought is they should
Oh
have
my
gone with that.
god.
Yeah,
That would've been terrible. No,
yeah.
thank you.
All right, shall we jump to Sundance 2012? Hey, yeah, Sundance 2012 was a pretty big year for up and comers. You had movies from great talents like Ava DuVernay. You had four of the five best documentaries showing, with three of them being premieres at Sundance. Yeah, a lot of exciting stuff. Yeah, just a brief summary of some of the things that premiered. Nobody Walks premiered there, written by a not a very controversial person, Leah Dunham. Starring John Krasinski, our favorite actor.
Oh, wow.
uh, yeah,
Early John Krasinski.
yeah, early John Krasinski.
Ugh, natural gas company mole. Hate him.
Controversial drama, Compliance, sold to Magnolia. Starred
Oh.
not a lot of famous people. Also, one last thing before we go into thoughts of things that we've seen. Celeste and Jesse Forever sells to Sony Pictures Classics. Yeah, this was starring Rashida Jones and Andy Samberg.
Wow.
Yeah, one SNL alum and one Parks and Rec alum. Two of those
Never heard
things
of it.
are a bit familiar to a movie that I want to speak of, but before that, there is also the premiere of Robot and Frank, which also won the same award as Blink of an Eye.
Oh, wow.
This was the debut by Jake Schreier, who's now pretty rich with his X-Men contracts, as well as
Nice.
success with Beef and Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
but some directors that whose movies we watched. I think first I'll start off with Safety Not Guarantee, directed by not so great director Colin Trevorrow, also an SNL alum, and also starring Parks and Rec alum Aubrey Plaza.
How was it?
Yeah, bit of a charming film. It was kind of like the mumblecore blah 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 nonsense, but I think as you know, like as one of the first films that Trevorrow did, he showed some promise. I don't know how he did this, then went on to do 3 Jurassic movies, but I thought Plaza was good as playing awkward girl, the usual. Someone I liked a lot in this movie was Jake Johnson. He was very funny in this movie. Mark Duplass was
Hmm.
fine. Karan Soni, I felt like they were trying to play him as a stereotypical Indian nerd, which wasn't great. But
Yikes.
Jake Johnson and Aubrey Plaza were pretty good in this movie. Another movie that I watched a long time ago was Ava DuVernay's Middle of Nowhere. This was a movie that, was the start of a good career, but I gotta say, when I watched this, I was bored out of my mind. I thought this movie, it had a lot of clever filmmaking, but I just couldn't get into this, and sometimes there's movies like that, and this was one of them, and it kind of lost me as it went along, but David Awelio, who's great in like other things, he was great in this, and I can see why he worked with her again in Selma.
Hmm. Nice, nice.
Dean, you've seen one of the nominated documentaries, right?
Yes, and actually looking at the list just now, I realized I have actually seen two.
Oh, okay.
Shockingly, who would have thunk? But the first one that I saw is Five Broken Cameras, directed by one Palestinian filmmaker and one Israeli filmmaker.
Mm.
I honestly, not to overhype it or anything, but I do think it's one of the best and most harrowing documentaries that I have seen. Just because, obviously, hence the title, it documents the filmmakers' efforts to raise awareness about Israeli violence again in the West Bank, and like the encroachment of Israeli settlements into ancestral Palestinian land.
Very familiar story.
Promised Land, last year's winner. Just kind of shows us how this thing has been going on for so long. But Five Broken Cameras, as the filmmakers tried to document this, their cameras either kept breaking or kept getting broken by Israeli security forces. And so it's like a really intense and energetic documentary for this reason, as literally see the footage that the cameras captured just before they were smashed into pieces. And it just kind of shows you like how the Israeli security forces saw the literal act of filmmaking as an act of violence, or the act of paying witness to their violence as like a violence committed against them, which, is very familiar if you have seen what's going on in Minneapolis, where people who are just like filming ice or, getting their cameras smashed for no reason would recommend this film. And I would also recommend Searching for Sugar Man, which I think is the movie that actually won the Oscar for
Mm-hmm.
Best
Yep.
Documentary. Amazing movie. Although it's one of those movies where the story the real life story is maybe more amazing than the filmmaking aspect of it. But it tells the story of this homeless Detroit musician who had recorded a bunch of albums in the 70s that unexpectedly went viral in South Africa. And so the movie chronicles his journey back to South Africa, where he's received as this big celebrity, even though,
Oh,
he's
wow.
just this homeless man in Detroit. So it's kind of funny and heartwarming. So yeah, and honestly, he actually makes pretty good music. I would encourage you to check it out. And I've actually also seen Robot and Frank for some
Oh,
reason. Uh,
do you want to talk about it?
yeah, I guess. I mean, it was all right. I think I got it off Redbox. It's
Oh
kind of a
God.
dad movie. That's all my thoughts.
How is Frank Langella?
Oh, he was great. Uh,
Okay.
he plays a senile guy, so
Any hints of the director that he was going to become? Schreier, sorry.
oh, no, I think it is kind of his Colin Trevorrow movie where it's like a little indie that has no relevance to Thunderbolts.
Yeah, before we get into the two main films that we're talking about, one winner that we should note is this little known movie called A Morning Stroll, which won Best Animated Short at Sundance. It did premiere a bit earlier at other festivals, but it won the big award here. So, yeah, this was based on True Tales of America by American author Paul Auster. Have you heard of him?
Oh yeah, I have actually.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
He's notable novelist.
Mm, okay.
Um,
Yeah, this actually premiered at the Brooklyn Film Festival, but it won the award at Sundance. So this is why we're talking about this. And it's in competition with another animated film that we're going to talk
mhm.
about for a lot longer stints. But any thoughts on this movie, guys?
Eh, eh. It was creative. I'm not gonna say it was the most creative movie I've ever seen, but I don't know. But it's kind of generic. The idea, I like the concept of
Yeah,
redoing the same scene from multiple, but I don't think the scene itself was very engaging.
Hmm.
What they
yeah,
chose, and even in a 7-8 minute short, I kind of got bored.
yeah. It was nice and silly, which I guess a good animated short tries to be, but it didn't do much for me personally. Although I did like the real life event that it's based on, and but as Jack said, yeah, the zombie scene, meh.
I think like the animation was cool, but beyond that, I had it one best animated for a reason. As well as animated short. I did not clarify that. It won both best animated film and best short
Wow.
animated
Wait,
film.
so this one best animated film, the 7 minute.
Best animation at Sundance.
I don't really know the other options fully.
Well, this movie, A Morning Stroll, won best animated film over the movie that we're about to talk about today, the first of two. And this movie is called It's Such a Beautiful Day, where the third
Yippee!
part of this movie, It's Such a Beautiful Day, which was also released in 2011, but also premiered in Sundance, so it had a chance of winning, but sadly it didn't. The three movies that were combined into one was called It's Such a Beautiful Day. Very confusing. And we're talking about
Yeah.
the whole movie because that also came out in later in 2012, but the last part was featured in Sundance, so we're discussing it
Hmm.
here. And this movie was directed, animated, photographed, produced, and narrated by Don Hertzfeld,
Hmm.
starring a stick figure named Bill, who struggles with memory loss and surreal visions, and other unknown symptoms of a unknown neurological problem that might be genetic.
His brain is on fire.
Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts on this renowned movie?
I loved it. I watched this movie last night, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I rented it on Vimeo, which I assume y'all did as well. But I thought it was just so extraordinary. Maybe part of my opinion of the movie is influenced by the fact that I have actually seen Don Hertzfeld's earlier movies, I think called Legends of Tomorrow or something like that.
Oh, no relation to the show.
Yeah. Oh, World of Tomorrow. There we go. And those are complete mind fucks, which sprawl over time and space, and also feature stick figures. But I think this movie, with its relatively tight focus on Bill and his dilemma, it's so dreamlike and hallucinatory with all the camera effects and all the little spotlights which the movie employs to like separate its different frames, which kind of emphasizes isolation. And Jack is probably going to talk more about this, but it did kind of go hard with the misery and the trauma and the relentless struggle that he faces. But I think it worked overall, and um, it was really nice to see all those like little mundane moments turn into something beautiful, just like hanging out behind someone in a checkout line in a grocery store and looking at their shirt or something like that. It was nice to see that elevated into art. So yeah, I probably give it an 8, but I did not think that through. So go ahead.
That's fair. That's fair. It's a hard movie to think that through. This movie was really emotional. I don't know how to feel because it was so emotional, like you were saying, Dean, that at a point I was wondering if this was just misery porn because there was no happy moments. I mean, there were, but not really in this whole. It wa it's like, take that 60-minute or so runtime seriously. It is not like, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
short." It is every minute
Yep.
after maybe the first 5 or 6, you're gonna be crying, and this is a spoiler, but not really, it's early on. This is a movie about brain cancer. It's a very difficult subject. I don't wanna get into it too much, but we have a family friend who is actually dying of brain cancer right now. So,
Mm,
this was really, a fucked up watch. It
mm,
really well made, has so many things to say, good animation, good effects, the score too. It just I am wondering to an extent, I need to see his other work, but if someone called this misery porn and said they hated it because of that, I would not blame them. And it's
mhm,
really well made, but I don't know if I can say it's a good movie because there are very little happy moments. Like, it has nuance, but it's very miserable, but it's also important.
mhm,
I'm gonna be honest, I can't even give this a rating because
Oh,
I'm, like,
okay.
torn between a 9 out of 10 and a 5 out of 10 because I don't know what the intent was. And it's
Yeah.
like the opening 10 minutes of Up, but worse for over a whole hour. So but even the
Yeah.
first 10 minutes of Up had happiness to make the set. This was just pure, in every way, misery. So but it might be true. So, it's really important. But just if you have to know that going in, the synopsis is so vague, and it's
Yeah.
not far into the movie you find this out. It is a film about brain cancer or a very similar. It's basically brain cancer. If it was something else, it would be the same effects. It's, a film about a man dying. My rating is I don't know out of 10. That's my that's my rating
That's good.
for this.
That's good.
Yeah.
I cried 45 minutes straight. So take that as you will.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
Well,
I
yeah.
have PTSD.
I thought this was, frankly, an amazing film about depicting memory loss and all those issues from the point of view from the person losing their mind. And I think animation was the perfect medium to do this in because there's always like spots and pockets of like you remember something and then like it comes back to you but it doesn't and stuff like that. And animation is like the perfect medium to depict this in how you see the world and how I guess how Bill sees the world is like makes you empathize him to the max because of how the animation is done with
Mm,
the use of color, the use of split screens, the use of sound, all those aspects combined into this one singular vision that might be critique does misery porn, as Jack said, but I absolutely, I don't know if adore is the right word, but I think this is one of the best animated films ever made, honestly.
Yeah.
I can't argue with it.
Hmm.
Don Hertzfeldt just puts you into the mind of Bill in such a unique and interesting way that hasn't been done since. I don't know. I think you can only do this on this kind of budget, on this kind of scale, because if you go
Hmm.
higher, then like you try to force in something that's more expensive. But if you go
Yeah.
lower, then like obviously you can't animate this. So it's perfect way to make an indie film, and I think this exemplifies the beauty of indie filmmaking, the beauty of
Hmm.
animation, the beauty of what you can do in filmmaking in general, and that's why I'm giving this like a, you know, honestly, I might give this a 10 out of 10.
You maybe should.
Wow.
You're not describing
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. Like I agree entirely. You're really selling me on it. Um, it was extraordinary. I can't emphasize that enough. It's stick figures, but they are so expressive.
Hmm.
And I guess there's this one really tender and heartbreaking moment where Bill, the stick figure whose main characteristic is hat, and then he takes it off, revealing his baldness.
Hmm.
I think he's at a doctor's appointment when this happens, and it's just like such a heartbreaking moment where pieces of him are coming apart.
I think this is a dark thing to say, but it's kind of true, and that this movie kind of shows, a lot of people say, and they probably have a good reason behind it of like, oh, well, at least it's a painless-ish way to go, like a peaceful way to go to die
Hmm.
Hmm.
because it's, you're losing your
Yeah.
memory and oh, you don't know what's going on. But this movie shows to me that it's the exact opposite of a peaceful way
Hmm.
to go. And
Yeah,
that was really heartbreaking. I'm
yeah.
not saying it's like that for every person experiencing that, it might differ, but this movie wrecked me. I honestly I might be quiet for most of this discussion because I you couldn't pay me to watch this movie again. I could watch other movies by the guy, but this movie it's amazing. It probably is a 9. I think only some of the humor, some of it works, some of it
Mm,
very small
okay,
amounts don't, but everything else,
I
it's
can
just
agree with that.
really but that's my only, like, maybe critique, and even then, unless it's misery porn, which that changes the whole perspective. But I think it's an important thing to tell, though, to be
Yeah,
fair, and
Yeah. Hmm.
and I think the way it's told is like what makes it amazing, not just the fact that it's
Hmm.
saying these issues.
well, yeah, like, the music and the animation and
Yeah. There's some shots it really takes its time with. They linger. Not just the opening, with the clouds kind of mutating
Hmm.
um in the sky, just maybe like a tumor. Maybe that's kind of a stretch. But I guess it's kind of going back to what Jack was saying about how the runtime is very deceptive. And they see why Hertzfeld, he didn't try to extend it to the length of a normal feature film.
Hmm.
The material he's working with is so harrowing and intense that I don't know how much more of it I could have taken.
I think the other thing I wanna say, and this is the only other I'm not ending the discussion, but for me, the only other thing that I can recall really wanting to say is the moment near the end, or the moments where, it's a stick figure the whole time, but you realize it's also a metaphor for his cancer because he sees glimpses of reality, like showing
Yeah.
photos or small clips of the real world, and I have nothing else to say. This film is heartbreaking.
Going off of what Jack is talking about, like it plays with both the animated and inserting real photos or real footage
Hmm.
of the outside world. And some of them, if I remember correctly, it's kind of like the footage of the real world occurs in like, dream sequences or
Yeah.
sequences where he is losing it. And so it's kind of playing with the thin line between the dream world and the real world in an interesting way.
Yeah, going into more detail in this movie, I think especially the last part of this movie, like really, really like, hits you hard because it uses the real footage the most in the film, I believe, and the way it does it, it's just absolutely heartbreaking the way Bill is just going through the last stages of his life, and then
Yeah.
he's seeing the world in more clarity, but in a way, like that's gonna be it for him because he only has glimpses of these moments. He doesn't remember like the trip to his dad's place. He doesn't even know why he's there anymore. I guess going
Mhm.
into spoilers, but mixing that real footage like adds the color that's missing from the first part and most of the second part and makes the experience so much more real because
Yeah.
and that's not because, like, the first 2 parts are bad. No, it needed to lack the color so that you can see the last moments of Bill in much more clarity and allow you to sink into his psyche more and more
Mhm.
until it's all over, and then at the end, there's, like, a happy story about him living on forever as, like, an alternate to what he went through, but, like, that just makes you appreciate life in a way that, like, you can't appreciate life without going through
Yeah.
death.
Mhm. Death is what makes life meaningful.
Yeah.
I don't know, the ending didn't really I think it was trying to be positive, but it only honestly made me more depressed with that. It's like that's our 2
Yeah, I
like,
think it
not to
is.
get existential here well, actually, yeah, to get existential here,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, so it either has to be we survive and suffer in pain, or we suffer in pain and die.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like, we're screwed either way, y'all.
There's no way out.
Yeah.
No exit.
Any final thoughts before we talk about how this film lost to
Oh
a
god.
morning stroll?
Nah.
I think my statement is everyone should watch this film and nobody should watch this film at the exact same
Mhm.
time. It's a
Mhm.
thing you have to see, you have to be mentally prepared. Do
Yeah.
not watch it. Watch it if you know someone with brain cancer and you want to understand. Do not watch it if you're too close to someone dying of brain cancer. It is not an easy watch and it affected me on a deep
Yeah.
level. I mean, to be fair, is like that's the highest praise I can give a film, but at the same time, because of the lack of balance, I think it was a bit much. Like it was realistic. Like I'm not saying they left something out that would have made it better, but it was, it's not something to just take lightly of like, oh, it's a quick hour watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would recommend not watching it with friends, especially if there's the tendency to, try to make jokes about what's going on
Oh god.
screen. This is not the sort of movie
Yeah.
for that. I think you should treat it as, like a personal journey or meditation rather than a fun group activity.
And I agree with all those sentiments. I think this is a film that you should watch once, maybe
Mhm.
never again after that. But I think the journey that you take with this movie is well worth your time. Only 62 minutes, too, so not much of your time.
If you're looking for something lighter, you should definitely watch Don Hertzfeld's World of Tomorrow, which is also amusing. And one of the characters is a 4-year-old girl, and he literally uses audio he recorded while hanging out with his 40-year-old niece.
Okay, I will check it out.
Well, what are you guys' thoughts on this? Or at least the last 20 minutes losing to a morning stroll.
I
Ay, ay,
kind of get
ay.
it because you could see it as misery porn. You could, and it's hard to
Yeah.
rate. I don't think that film should have won. Honestly, I'm like, if you don't give it to this film, that's fair, but just skip the award. Be like, we're not even giving it out,
Honestly.
because I don't think that
Ah.
film deserved it. I don't want to be mean to the creator.
Mhm.
It's
It's fine.
It's
creative,
fine.
it's acting like it's
It's
creative
short.
when it's not. It's such a basic premise, and not that you can't use that premise and still be creative, but I don't think that short added much to the creativity besides the
Mhm.
premise.
It is such a conventional short,
Yeah.
squarely in the middle of the genres conventions, that it's, just kind of, I know what this is, and it's silly, but it's such a beautiful day. It's something else entirely.
I feel like the only reason that that film won was because it, used 3 different animation styles, and that probably got all the judges excited. And
3
uh,
mediocre animation styles, to be
yeah.
honest.
Well, the first one was kinda neat, but
Yeah, but it was kinda like
yeah,
this movie, and then the other 2
yeah,
were
Yeah.
yeah, and it did show strength in 3 different animation styles, which this one didn't, but this one was a much stronger film in general, so
Yeah.
I think we all can agree that film did not deserve best animation or best animated short film, and
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
maybe something
Alright.
else, or maybe the last part of this film, or last film part of It's Such a Beautiful Day, also called It's Such a Beautiful Day, should have won, but
Me.
well, speaking of winners, the ultimate winner of Sundance 2012 was also an Oscar nominee for Best Picture, helped by the fact that the Oscars also has 10 films instead of 5. The winner of the Sundance Best American Drama was Beasts of the Southern Wild, directed by Ben Zelton, adapted by Ben Zelton from Lucy Albar's one-act play, who also co-wrote the script with him, and it was also co-scored by Ben Zelton, along with Dan Romer. This won a lot of praise. It was nominated for 4 Oscars, including Best Actress for
Quavenjane.
Janae Wallace, youngest actress nominee.
Nice.
Yeah, this movie was a certified indie critical hit, to say the least. It won the Dramatic Grand Jury Prize, as I said, as well as Dramatic Excellence in Cinematography by Ben Richardson. So,
Wow.
what are your guys' thoughts on this movie?
This is a very weird film to discuss because, okay, directorially, I thought this was incredible. Just the directing was, in my opinion, the best possible script to screen translation possible for the script. I thought it was so inventive in the way, they would show like a boat made out of a car and it was a little Mad Maxy,
Yeah.
and just the way they depicted everything I thought was so cool. It was very engaging. The camera movements, the performances from the teacher and the father were fantastic. I am a little bit surprised about the Oscar nom for the girl, but she was fine, you know? She wasn't bad, I'm not hating on her. I mean, it's impressive for a 4-year-old, so,
9-year-old.
um,
9-year-old, yeah.
a 9-year-old. 9-year-old. I don't know how
Wow.
old she was, I didn't look it up. She was 9 years old, not 4, but she looked very young is my point.
She might have been
Yeah, yeah.
8.
I'm just saying she was a young actress. I
Yeah.
guess it's impressive for her age, but I am a little surprised by the Oscar nom. I'm sorry, no hate to the girl. I'm not trying to, but like, why is she the one getting an Oscar nom when the dad is clearly the one, in my opinion, who should be getting an Oscar nom for this movie? Whatever, and directing, so directorially, it's amazing. I think it's worth watching just based on that. The script, however, listen, it had some great ideas for sure and some moments, but it kind of felt like Beau Was Afraid, where it was just all over the place, It was not as bad as Beau Was Afraid because I was thoroughly engaged the whole time, I guess, but I don't think it knew entirely what it was trying to say. It had
Mhm.
a list of things it was trying to say, but I don't know if it had a cohesive thing. The beasts that are in the title are so randomly just brought up. I mean, this film is very metaphorical, though, to what it's like living. You can kind of look at it as a biopic of a girl living in the rural South, and it's her imagination,
Well,
you
specifically the
know,
Bayou.
the
Mhm,
bayou,
mhm.
in Louisiana. and just her imagination. But I do think the script could have been way better. It could have used a few more rewrites. But, with the script that they have, I think this was the best outcome they could have gotten from it with the directing. He went on to direct Wendy, which I have not seen, but I've heard a lot about, and I watched the trailer for it, and it very much is like this film where I'm like, "Oh my god,
Mm,
some extremely stunning shots. Directing looks amazing, but why are you directing this script?" So,
yeah,
I feel like it's kind of a shame because I saw so much directing potential, and I think this dude needs to direct someone else's script. It's really sad,
yeah,
Mhm.
honestly. So, I'd give it
yeah.
a generous 6 out of 10 because it's like a 3 out of 10 script and a 9 or 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 directing. So, I mean, I you combine that and you're left at I don't even know what to rate it, but I'm gonna go with a 6 out of 10.
Honestly, I'm largely in agreement. It is interesting watching this movie somewhat close to watching Paper Moon, which holds the record for the youngest winner of the Best Actress award. Matthew can fact check me, but that movie is a movie from the '60s featuring Ryan O'Neal and his daughter Tatum O'Neal
Yeah.
as Depression era swindlers or scammers. Tatum O'Neal's performance of that is
Mhm.
completely spellbinding, and also in many ways kind of similar to this performance by Quvenzhané Wallace, where they play people thrust into adulthood even though they're children, or they're forced out of their childhood bubble, their childhood innocence by circumstances beyond their control. And I honestly thought she deserved her nom. It is kind of sad that the dad did not get nominated.
Probably much heavier competition.
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah.
But I think it should have been a both rather than a neither, because obviously their performances build on each other. But other than that, it's a good coming of age story, and like Jack said, the script has something to say about climate change and
Mhm.
communities that try to keep themselves alive. But I think it kind of loses that in the muddle of the coming of age story that it's trying to tell. And the beasts, which, well, I don't want to spoil it, but
Well, I don't even know if there's anything to spoil because it's in the poster and I don't even know
that's
what it was intended for in the film. So
that's
I don't
true.
know. Like I really don't know what there is to spoil. It just feels weird. They show up, I guess.
Yeah, I'll save it for later, but 7 out of 10.
Yeah, that kind of leads into my thoughts. This was a gorgeous looking film. Like Ben Richardson captured everything that Ben Zielton directed very well. I think that opening sequence was like, wow, like it put you into like a fantastical mood.
Yeah,
And everything in the film like does put you into that like a magically realistic world. Also, the score I thought was like quite good. I thought it had like this brassy kind of jazzy kind of score that's also added to that. And I think there's like a poetic element to this film that I liked, but I also have to agree with you guys that the script was not the greatest. It was kind of like a typical Sundance fair, indie movie, dad going through some stuff with a kid looking through. And, despite that, I can see why this stood out at Sundance because of again, the fantastic directing and this fantastic visuals and this fantastic like world that it crafts to portray this dying community in the aftermath of a hurricane, which might be like a post Katrina script, I
yeah.
believe.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
and how these communities like cling on to the communities that they were raised in, but sometimes like you gotta think that it's the people that are important and not the place, and I think the message it tries to tell is good, that message, but fortunately the script is, not too engaging. And I think I'll probably give it a 6 out of 10 as well. Or we go into depth, one thing I did want to point out was that the co-star, the dad, Dwight Henry, he is a non-actor, so this is like his first role ever.
Nice.
He's an actual baker.
Amazing.
He's a baker.
What?
He's not even a actor.
What has he
Huh.
been in since?
He's been in a couple things, but he's still mainly a baker.
That's
Oh,
incredible.
well, maybe
Yeah.
he's great at baking, but I mean,
Yeah, if it's his
come
passion,
on,
you
at
know,
least get this dude to play a baker in a biopic. I mean, come on. Like, there has to be some story worth telling about
Based
bakers.
on this, he was also in 12 Years a Slave, along with his daughter in the movie. He's also in The Birth of a Nation, that not so great 2016 movie.
Ooh,
Yeah, but yeah, he's been in a handful of things since, but he's not really looking out for acting work, just focusing on his baking.
good for him.
Man's living his passion.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
We'll have to take a road trip someday to Louisiana. Is that where his bakery is? I don't even know. I would
Yeah.
love to go.
New
Yeah,
Orleans.
nice. The
He was
Damn.
buttermilk drop
actually
bakery.
affected by Katrina because he was planning to open a second
Oh,
store, but Katrina kind of changed his plans. So I think
that's
he
kind of
is,
so fitting considering the movie.
yeah,
That's really
Yeah,
sad.
exactly. I think, yeah, this is a good point to transition into spoilers.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, is it like, do we have anything to discuss?
I I
I think I
also
kinda know. I don't know what spoilers there's even to say. Like, it's so metaphorical.
Maybe like a bit more depth than what we said. Maybe like a few scenes that stood out. Dean, what were you gonna say?
going back to what you were saying about Katrina, I saw that the filming of the movie was actually also affected by the 2010 BP oil spill,
Oh,
which, kind of devastated the Louisiana coast. So I think, oh yeah, what I saw was that that last scene, with the Aurochs, whatever it's called, the beast. They were going to have it filmed somewhere else, but they had to move locations because
oh
of
wow.
the oil. So it was disturbing collision of art and life with, climate change and all that. But yeah, that's all I had.
I guess I will add with the mom. I mean, that was touching. It was a weird scene.
I don't think that was her
Yeah.
mom,
The
honestly.
chicken and biscuits, Chick-fil-A. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Boo Chick-fil-A.
Mm.
I think it was a real puppet at the end there, when they're showing the beast. So that's
I don't
nice, I
think that was
guess.
puppets. I think that was
No,
just like
there's no way that
pigs.
was a puppet, at least without additional CGI. There's no way.
I gotta link this video. I think it was a puppet and then they did like some compositing or
Oh, I
whatever.
thought it was like a pig that
What?
they dressed up.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta find this.
All right, yeah. Dean showed us the video. It didn't really help us, but it did show that it. So there's that. Pretty cool for a low budget $1 million movie. So
Mhm, mhm.
I think the beasts kind of like add to the message that I was trying to tell about. These beasts are like the community that the characters live in, and they want to stay, but or the people want to stay, but like the beasts, they have to like move on to like a new location so that they can continue living and continue having their history and continue, you know, living as a society. If that makes sense.
Yeah, like in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Okay.
Sorry, I
I
just
mean,
had to bring it
honestly, kind of like that, you
up.
know.
And then they all get slaughtered at the beginning
Asgard
of
is not a place; it's a people.
the
It's a
people,
people.
a very short-lived
I mean,
people.
no, but I don't want to make fun of that though. It's a good line, and I mean,
But then
no,
they all get slaughtered at the
Yeah.
beginning of Infinity
I know it
War.
makes it funnier. I mean, I can't. I shouldn't. That's not funny, but it is. It's not funny, but it is. It is. Whatever.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. I think, yeah, I think the beasts do have relevance to the movie, but the movie itself is I don't really have much to add to this movie.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious. I still haven't seen Where the Wild Things Are, but
Oh my
um,
god, you need to watch it. It's so good.
are there any parallels? It kind of seems like they have similar.
Yes, a little overlong, but it's so you need to watch it. Amazing. Have you seen it, Matthew?
No,
What? Oh my god, watch it.
one day. I mean, it's Spike Jones, so can't be
Yeah,
that bad.
and
It's
children.
great, okay? It's so beautiful. And Mark Ruffalo makes a little cameo at the beginning and
Oh.
end.
Mark Ruffalo not fired by Disney. Okay.
Oh
All
man.
right.
Box office game.
Yeah, let's jump right into the box office for Beasts of the Wild before we get into our final thoughts. So, this movie was released in June, but it went wide in August. So, let's look at this weekend. All right. So, first off is a movie by a quite famous director, high off of his heels off of two box office hits. This movie is in its third weekend. It's made 353 million so far domestically, and it grossed 35 million this weekend. It's distributed by Warner Brothers. I think that might give it away.
The Dark Knight Rises.
Yes, it is. The Dark Knight Rises, directed by Christopher Nolan. Yeah.
His worst movie.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Are you sure it's not better than Insomnia?
Maybe Insomnia on a visual standpoint, but in a script, I don't know. But he hasn't made a lot of terrible movies, so I mean, it's like a low bar, you know? Like, it's the worst, but that's not that bad.
Oh, next up is a remake of a famous 1980s movie. The original was directed by a Dutchman. It's released by Sony Pictures Releasing.
RoboCop.
No,
Ah.
close. It's made 25 million so far. It's new to
Oh,
this week.
Terminator, oh god, I'm forgetting the name of, like, the one with
Colder.
oh.
Do you know the,
R.I.P.D.
no, think RoboCop. What
Oh God.
80s RoboCop? What else has
Oh
this Dutchman done in the 80s?
shit. I assume it's Verhoeven.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
God. What?
There's a
It's not RoboCop.
it is another adaptation of this short story, I believe, by
Oh,
uh Philip K.
Total Recall.
Oh yes, it is
Ha ha
Total
ha.
Recall starring Colin Farrell. Not
Wow.
a great film. I love the original, but not maybe not this one.
Yeah.
Do we have
Uh
to talk about it when it
I think we have other films to talk about, like The Dark Knights, or we
Thank
can talk
God.
about this one that also released this weekend. This one is the third in a trilogy, but based on the fourth book, released by 20th Century Fox. Made 14 million this weekend.
Mm. Oh, is it like Diary of a Wimpy Kid something?
Oh, what's the subtitle?
Oh
I
God.
don't know,
Roderick
but I was
rules.
right. I'm proud of
Yeah,
myself for guessing
yeah,
that.
it's the
So,
last of the trilogy, but it's based on the fourth book. What's the fourth book
I
Dog
don't
called?
really care.
days.
Yes, Dog Days.
Ah
Diary of a
ha
Wimpy Kid,
ha.
Dog Days. Oh my god, I saw posters of this when I took a trip to the States, but yeah, saw
Hashtag
Brave
not my
instead.
Roderick. Okay.
uh, next one is also 20th Century Fox, and its fourth weekend, animated, made 132 million so far, and it made 80
Wow.
million or 8 million this weekend.
How to Train Your Dragon 3.
No,
Oh.
stars animals of maybe not the living kind.
Hmm? What
Franken?
does that mean?
No, that's not what I mean.
I'm like, oh, I'm confused.
Dead
I don't
animals.
get it. Okay.
Yeah, animals that you can't find anymore, I should say.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
Happy Feet?
no,
Oh.
close in terms of setting. I must say. Or vibes. I think setting's the right word, but it's also stars a guy that is in The Odyssey, surprisingly.
Oh.
He has voiced this character previously in other films of this franchise, animated franchise, I must say. There's actually a new one of this movie coming out soon. I don't
Oh
know
my
if
god,
it's
Toy
this year.
Story?
No, not Toy Story. It is 20th Century Fox.
Madagascar?
Nope.
No, it's not Madagascar.
It
Oh,
is is
Despicable Me?
nope.
How long ago was that?
That was 2009. Second
Oh
one was
god.
2011 or something. Madagascar is actually 14th.
Mm.
Okay.
Norm of the North.
Think animals. Animals
We
that
already have. That's why I'm
that
confused.
that you
I don't-
cannot find anymore. Animals that you cannot find anymore.
I
Like
don't know
the
what that
dodo?
means.
Or
A bit further back.
like
Bit further back.
Oh.
oh, so it's like mammoths or oh
Oh
shit.
yeah,
Ice
yeah.
Ice
Ice
Yeah, there we
Age.
go.
Can you guess the title?
No.
Oh god. Continental Drift.
Oh, you got it. Oh my god.
Ah! I am on a hot
Alright.
streak.
Last one is a movie I've not heard of. The synopsis is four men who form a neighborhood watch group as a way to get out of their day-to-day family routines, find themselves defending Earth from an alien invasion.
Oh, it's the movie, the Adam Sandler one with the pixels.
No.
Oh,
Wait, sorry, this is off topic, but who is the Odyssey actor in
John
I thought
Leguizamo.
John Bern. Oh,
Oh,
oh.
okay. Okay.
I thought you said John Bernthal.
No. Legu- I didn't say the actor. It's Leguizamo because he voices Sid the Sloth. Anyway,
Wow.
Oh,
this fifth movie was directed by Akiva Schreiber, famously directed Naked Gun, produced by Sean Levy. I'll let you
Oof.
guys guess the star of this movie, but it also stars Richard Ayoade, who might be getting a Wes Anderson movie of his own soon. Also
Nice.
stars Vince Vaughn and Jonah Hill.
I think I've heard of this movie. Oh wait, is it that one with Ben Stiller?
Oh yeah. Oh, can you guess the title?
No, I
No.
the something.
The Watch.
It's a
It's
dumb title.
never heard of it. I'll be honest.
same, honestly. It's in its second weekend. Also 20th Century Fox. Wow, three out of the five, which is surprising. The rest are Step Up Revolution, Ted, The Amazing Spider-Man, Brave, and Magic Mike. Guess where Beasts of the Southern Wild was? Also 20th Century Fox, indirectly, because it's Fox Searchlight.
I'm gonna
Oh,
guess number 8.
No, I already said 8
number
was Spider-Man.
Oh, I don't know.
12.
Oh,
9.
you got it. 12.
Oh.
It is 12.
Wow.
In its sixth week, but this was its widest release at 318 theaters, which is surprisingly low. Made
Yeah.
$1 million. And for a total of 5 million so far. In total, it made about $22 million. So not bad for a $1 million movie, you know.
Pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Any final thoughts on Sundance as a whole and the two movies we covered?
I've been to Boulder, Colorado, and I like Boulder, Colorado, so
Wait,
good for them.
what does
What
Sundance
does
have
that
to
have
do
to
with
do with
that?
anything?
They are moving to Colorado from Park
Oh,
City, Utah.
okay. Anyway, my final thoughts are rest in peace to the Sundance Kid. This is his first year not being able to attend this festival.
Yeah.
Robert Redford, and yeah, Beasts of the Southern Wild. And visually, it's stunning. In terms of writing, it's okay, and you definitely have to check out It's Such a Beautiful Day.
Yes. Prepare yourself.
You really have to prepare yourself. Don't take it lightly. Thank you guys for listening. Please comment, like, and share. Want to reach us? Connect on social at moviesmetpod or reach out to us on whenmoviesmetmovies@gmail.com. We also have a link tree on our Instagram, and that we will attach to our podcast bio, where we have a TikTok, and you can see Dean and I's letterboxed if you want to know our thoughts on other movies we may not have discussed. We will see you next week, where we will be talking about Send Help, the new Sam Raimi film, and The Gray.
The Gray.
The Gray.
Which are, yeah. So, take care. We will see you then. Bye.